Saturday, catching up it all, I promise. It's been a long time coming. Haters gonna be part-time loving. Putting up some all-time numbers.
Afternoon baseball now on the show from Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Today, a matchup of a pair of first-place teams between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins. It's Twins baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jose Barrios, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in a ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Kevin Biggio is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row? You've been on some good teams. Not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, got to feel like it's a win for the offense.
And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. There to take it is Cruz, and that's the first out. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball.
Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Looking up is Jimenez, and that's a home run into the top tank.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. The average sitting right at 270 on the year, 25 homers and 79 RBIs. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
There's ball 4. Stepping in for the Jays, Bo Bichette. It's been a struggle for him in the series. 1 hit in 13 at-bats. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Semien, base runner at first with 1 out. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make. The check swing appeal, hitters rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure that he didn't go around.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Jay's off to a good start thanks to the solo shot. Bottom of the first coming up, and Toronto's off to the early 1-0 lead. Hyunjin Ryu gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, one of the strengths of this guy is handling right-handed hitters. Right-handers coming into this game are hitting under 250 against this guy, so he's doing a lot of things right when the right-handers step into the batter's box.
Now to the plate, here is Andrelton Simmons. He'll lead things
for
off
the
here in the
Twins.
bottom half of the first.
The shortstop.
Pitch on the way.
Simmons.
And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, Dero. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, they have to expect that Josh Donaldson is going to step up soon. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. It looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. This one's flared out toward left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player. 2-pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
Ryu comes set. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Batting fourth.
He's set. Here it comes. Nelson Cruz is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. It remains 1-0. All set for the start of the inning, and coming forward the veteran outfielder Randall Grichuk. And now the first pitch. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Changeup stays outside, and he's behind 2-0. The pitch.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
Here it is, the 3-0. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
So to get his day started at the plate, Santiago Espinal trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. There to take it is Cruz, and that's the first out.
Batting 8.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. I want to focus on the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson, playing third base, not only from the offensive side as he evolutionizing the game with his new swing path. He'll also dive into the stands defensively to save a run for his pitcher.
Lourdes Gurriel stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Grichuk, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Cave is there, 2 gone. And now here is Alejandro Kirk. From the stretch. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check, and after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Last half of the second set to go. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Max Kepler.
The first baseman.
And that misses for ball
Max
one.
Kepler.
A ball and a strike.
One ball, one strike.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter.
Ready now is Jorge Polanco. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. 1 ball and 1 strike to their designated hitter this afternoon.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base.
That's a swipe of the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out.
Batting
Jorge Polanco becomes the first out here in the bottom of the second. Josh Donaldson is at the plate now as he looks at strike one.
Pitching a little bit backwards in this situation, I'd expect a hitter to be sitting off speed.
Popped him up. Ryu with a little do-it-yourself play, and there are 2 down. So stepping in is Jake Cave, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Can't connect there on the breaking ball. 1-1. Fouled off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And another foul ball.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
From the stretch, the 1-2. And he chased it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Kevin Biggio stepping up now as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the AB now.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Got him. So 1 away in the Toronto 3rd. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. settles in at the plate.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
The windup and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. And the pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
pretty impressive. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Into the box, Marcus Semien. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Cruz gets under it and makes the to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they lead it 1-0. Now to bat, Mitch Garver. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The catcher.
As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up, as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. Andrelton Simmons comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. That's a base hit into center field.
Now back, second baseman, Luis.
That'll bring up Luis Ariz as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. A little bit outside. 2-1. Ryu comes set. Here it is. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding it.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
1-2 now. Simmons over at second. Ariz at first. One gone. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled away. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. And there are 2 away now. And that'll bring up the big stick of Nelson Cruz. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. 0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order. And we just saw 3 in a row.
Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Twins strand a pair. They trail this one 1-0. The Toronto number 4 hitter, Bo Bichette.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the AB on its way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The left fielder.
And stepping in, Corey Dickerson grounded out in his last at-bat. First offering. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that is down, as that could be 2 bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Rendell Grichuk will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. A bullet to first base. And they got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out.
The third baseman, number 5.
So here is Santiago Espinal. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Now here's the first offering. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with a bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
On the ground to third, right to Donaldson. Over to first, and that retires the side. 1 left. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And set to go is the veteran first baseman, Max Kepler.
The first baseman.
And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner. One-two is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Left center, base hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2, he's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout.
At the plate now, Jorge Polanco. Struck out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He's there and records the first out. Next up, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So 2 down and a runner at first. And in to hit next will be Jake Cave. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. That misses 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
To 2-2 now.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Kepler is off of first with 2 away. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. They still trail 1-0. Step Stepping in once again is Lourdes Gurriel. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The catcher.
The batter will be Alejandro Kirk. And now the first pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. So the bases are empty with 2 gone now, and that'll bring in Cavan Biggio. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Good off-speed pitch, had him out in front for strike 1.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Turned on down the line, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Reined in. Throw on to first. Gets him, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. 2 balls and a strike.
I know he stole a strike right there, but he better be careful with that curveball. That's coming across and catching a lot of plate. And if he stays back, he's going to drive that thing with some serious authority.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. This one's flared down the right field line. Here comes the right fielder. He can't get there as it falls in. It's like magic or something. He's given up a boatload of hits, but they haven't been able to chase a runner home.
Yeah, he's got the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Definitely not the way he was looking to start this inning there.
Yeah, Matt, back-to-back base knocks right off the bat here. As we take a look at the numbers, you see they aren't that bad, but he's definitely got into a no-out jam here. We'll see if he can get out of it.
Change up low, 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
And that's going to find real estate and fall in for a base hit. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1.
Hey, we're in the middle of this one already, D-Row. They finally score a run, and they've had a tough time scoring some runs.
Yeah, after taking it on the chin yesterday, it's nice to finally break through. Maybe this gives the offense the confidence it needs.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Behind 0-2 now. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today. Now the first pitch.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
0-2. Here it is. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Twins forced to settle for one. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind. So the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in the at-bats.
Thank you, Heidi. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. So next to bat will be Marcus Semien. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Strike 3 called on the slurve that time, and there are 2 down. Now at the plate here is Bo Bichette. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. Swing and a liner. And he couldn't quite get high enough to pull that one down. It's into right center, a base hit.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
In now, Corey Dickerson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. That evens it up 1-1. Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. As a look, now the pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and digging in is the veteran DH, Jorge Polanco. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Curveball grounded towards second. Semien's there, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Here's the 3rd baseman, Josh Donaldson. No hits to this point. And he lays off there, 1-0. 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Count is 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch.
I got to count 2-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Fastball too low, and that's ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Jake Cave is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
The catcher, number 8.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The batter, number 9.
In now is Andrelton Simmons as he puts it on the ground to third. He's got it on to first, and the Twins are turned away here as the side is retired. Twins strand a pair. Score remains tied 1-1. Here's Randall Grichuk. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
1-0 the count. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. Cave is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Under it is Cruz now for out number 2. Next to dig in, Lourdes Gurriel. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. Now the first pitch. The 1-0. Left side. Donaldson's there. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. First pitch on the way. Luis Arias is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
This one's down to third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
Now back.
Runners off for second. Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
I know he didn't smoke that one from the offensive standpoint, but you know what? A knock's a knock, especially to lead off an inning. Game tied, and it's getting late. That could prove to be pivotal.
Hit hard toward the right side, and they'll put the tag on him heading back to first. It's a double play.
Up next for Minnesota, the right fielder.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and no strikes.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there. 1-0.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes 2 really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. And he likely had ball 4 that time, but couldn't hold back on the swing, so that moves the count to 3-2 now. Good battle. Count remains full. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Back up the middle. Taken in by Semien. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Twins retired in short order. Score. Jay Happ has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 33.
New inning set to get underway, and in next is Alejandro Kirk. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
1-1 the count now. Now the pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. So the next to bat will be Kevin Biggio. In past meetings with Jay Happ, he's a .333 hitter. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. A toss to Happ coming up the line as they get the out at first. Next, it'll be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Some action out. Right-handers starting to loosen up. Into his windup, the 1-0. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To short. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Now that second baseman, Marcus Semien.
To the plate now, Marcus Semien. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Cave is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And here comes the first baseman, Max Kepler. And there's a base hit on the line.
Kepler.
Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, he'll take 3 from 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting.
Josh Donaldson digging in now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Ryu comes set, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Back up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
I think the whole ballpark knew he was going to go with the sinker right there to induce the double play. The only problem is he can't guarantee it's going to be hit right at one of his infielders. Tough luck.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the Twins center fielder. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. Biggio has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And they will not risk it. So with 2 away now, that go-ahead run is forced to hold tight at third base. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
2-0 now. The 2-0.
That's bullshit.
Andrelton Simmons would be next. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work. So now to the plate will be Andrelton Simmons. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. as he arrives at second without a play as 2 runs come across to score, and they grab the lead. Digging in next, Luis Arias. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Trent Thornton trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Garver at third, Simmons on at second with 2 down. Breaking ball called just a bit low. Cutter, and that's a called strike 2. Still even at 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. The 2-2 pitch. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammate...
And he runs out of gas between bases. They tag him out to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 9th inning coming up. Minnesota. Taylor Rogers comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping up as the shortstop, Bo Bichette. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Cruz is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9. Now at the plate, Corey Dickerson, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now. No balls and a strike to count. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 0-1, here it comes. Jay Happ would be in line for the victory should the score hold. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. On the run is Jimenez, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Danny Jansen will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. Now the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And the throw in gets away from him. For him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Randy Dobnak takes over on the mound in a tie ball game. There is 1 gone here in the top of inning number 9. Stepping in now, Lourdes Gurriel, and a pitch out. Perhaps they thought the squeeze would be on. The 1-0. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. A ball that's tarrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. He's safe at the plate. And here in the 9th, they have taken the lead. At the plate now is Alejandro Kirk. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the first pitch. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The pitch. 3 runs already home here. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And this will be fouled away. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and no one looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
This opportunity is once in a
All set for the bottom of the 9th.
Leading
And
off,
that'll bring up the
play.
outfielder, Eloy
No left
Jimenez.
fielder.
Down by 1. I'm interested to see how they approach this as an offense, especially if they get someone on base early in the inning. Some teams, you know, they're going to try and manufacture that run, just trying to get that 1 run across. Others, they're going to look for 1 or 2 big swings to make it happen. Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Nelson Cruz comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz.
This is why you pay the price of admission right here. Power on power. My money's on the pitcher.
Line toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, there's another bullet base hit. They've already stranded 11 runners. Could this be the even dozen, D-Row? This is a hitting coach's nightmare right here. You work so hard to learn how to hit with runners in scoring position. To leave 11, potentially 12 runners on base is a sin.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, this offense has this closer in trouble right here. They have to find a way to keep applying pressure. I don't know. Everybody top step in the dugout. Get on this guy and make him nervous.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Max Kepler goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays have taken the finale here. They win the series 3-1 as the ball game is over. A 1